It's known that New York is one of the best cities in the world to travel and visit. That's because people can do various things here, such as watching Broadway shows, shopping, eating, and visiting famous spots. A lot of time is needed to fully take in what this city has to offer. But the good thing is the best activities are within walking distance or a short train ride from each other. Put simply, you can tour the city without any hassle. If you're interested in exploring New York City in 2022, here are some of the best things to try to help you better plan your trip. Number 1. Tour New York City in a helicopter. You'll be able to see what many people won't see when you take a helicopter tour of New York City. You can experience the city as if it's in the palm of your hand. This activity is an experience worth sharing after you come back home. The skyline itself is breathtaking, but you'll get more when you enjoy it in a helicopter over the city. Many flights last for about 15 minutes. You will see great views and enjoy the excitement of riding a helicopter at more than 200 kilometers per hour. Number 2. Watch the best basketball games live or see the Madison Square Garden. Watching an NBA game live in New York City is worth it even if you're not a basketball fan. It's a different experience when you watch it at Madison Square Garden. This is the home of New York's team, the New York Knicks. You can get the chance to see NBA star players giving their best on the court. Though the Barclays Center isn't as famous as Madison Square Garden, it's still interesting to see. This is the home arena of the Brooklyn Nets. Aside from NBA games, events and concerts are held here. You might not be fond of basketball, but you'll still want to discover Madison Square Garden since it's where iconic celebrities and sports teams have created history. You can go on guided tours or watch the Knicks or attend concerts if you can. Number 3. See a Broadway performance. New York City is all about entertainment. That's why it's not surprising that Broadway shows here are famous around the globe and attract many visitors. So, if you want a different New York experience, it's best to purchase your tickets in advance. Aladdin and The Lion King are two of the most known musicals here. If you want to watch these, you have to buy your tickets early so that you can have the best seat at the best deal. But if you don't have any specific show you want to watch, you can go to TKTS, located in Times Square. It's the official reseller of daily tickets that were unsold for Broadway shows, so you can expect the prices to be significantly less, saving you more dollars. Number 4. Visit The Edge. The Edge is a recently opened observation deck in New York located on the 100th floor of the Hudson Yards. It's also considered one of the best in the world. You can have the same experience as your helicopter tour when you visit this spot since the floors are made of glass. From the name itself, the design of the building is made to let the breeze touch your skin when you go to the top. If you want an adrenaline rush on your trip, this is highly recommended. Since New York has an excellent skyline, you can also enjoy this by visiting other observation decks. Some of the best are One World Observatory, the Empire State Building, and Top of the Rock. Compared to other observation decks in the city, The Edge has the cheapest entrance fee. It doesn't matter what you choose since you're still guaranteed a wonderful view and an unforgettable experience. Number 5. Visit the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. These are undoubtedly one of the attractions you must not miss when you're in New York. The Statue of Liberty is not only an icon in New York, but also in the U.S. Ellis Island is worth visiting as well because most Americans discover their ancestry here. You have many choices on how you can see the statue from the harbor, but it's best to go to Liberty Island so that you can see the statue closely. You can also drop by the Statue of Liberty Museum and go to the pedestal for amazing views. From here, you can take a quick ferry ride to Ellis Island. You can go around the Immigration Museum and discover more about this gateway to the U.S. Your trip to New York will be richer when you experience these islands. You can have a better understanding of history and appreciate local perspectives more. Number 6. Give your respect at the National September 11 Memorial and Museum. This spot is created for the victims of the 9/11 terrorist attacks and the World Trade Center bombing in 1993. The biggest man-made waterfalls here have trees surrounding the space. This adds to the tranquil and somber ambiance ideal for reflection. You shouldn't miss the pictures demonstrating compassion and bravery shown locally, nationally, and internationally post-attacks. The picture is scattered with tower pieces and other debris recovered by those who gave their own lives to save other people. Number 7. Stroll in Central Park. It's likely that you've included Central Park in your New York City itinerary, but there's one spot there that you shouldn't miss. That is the Conservatory Gardens, which is a European-inspired garden with charming statues and fountains. You can see the Belvedere Castle, a small castle located at the peak of the park with a breathtaking view. Bethesda Terrace and its fountain can also be seen here. Because of its majestic architecture, it's a perfect spot to take photos. The park is very big, so it's best to have a guide with you. Besides taking a tour of this park, you can also make your trip more special by taking a carriage ride. If you have children with you, you should drop by the Central Park Zoo where exotic species and animals can be seen. The tickets for the Central Park Zoo will also allow you to enter the primary, which is also great for children. You can also find a 4D feeder here. Number 8. Go on a picnic at the Bryant Park. You might think that the only park worth visiting in New York is Central Park. However, along the streets and avenues, you'll see a lot of small areas and parks with people strolling, playing sports, having picnics, or taking a rest. One of these is Bryant Park. Though it's small, you'll discover or experience something different here. There are small cafes to let you enjoy the sight of the city. You can also relax on the lawn and join in different events that happen at the park throughout the whole year. Because of private funds, you can enjoy many things here for free. Number 9. Drink a cocktail at rooftop bars. This is another way to enjoy New York City's majestic skyline if taking a helicopter tour and visiting observatories isn't enough. The views here aren't as impressive, but you can better enjoy the New York atmosphere with live music. There's no doubt that New York City is one of the best cities across the globe when it comes to terraces and rooftop bars. Luxurious, chill, fancy, cozy, and nightlife bars can be seen in the city. Just keep in mind to look up the opening hours, dress code, and the vibe of the venue. The Press Lounge is one of the most famous rooftop bars in New York. That's because of the beautiful view and great service. You can enjoy the Hudson River and Manhattan skyline from the bar's big lounge chairs while drinking their signature cocktails. It's open throughout the year, but because it's often reserved for events, you should reach out to them to know the bar's availability. Number 10. Appreciate the city lights from the tour bus. If you're visiting New York in winter, you should consider this activity. Since the weather will be very cold, the tour bus will make you feel warmer and make going around the city a lot easier. Though it may seem not typical to do in New York, it'll allow you to go from one spot to another easily without getting lost. This activity is worthwhile because you can do it during the day and at night. It's ideal after you've had a long day of touring the city and just want to relax and enjoy the view at the same time. Finally, you know the 10 best things to do in New York City in 2022. Going around the city and trying these activities will captivate you and fill your soul. We hope that these activities will inspire you to go to New York City and appreciate everything it has to offer. Guys, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more updates.